Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's your daily news. It's Tuesday. England drew last night. We don't really care, but we will discuss a little bit about that later on as one of the three topics. Or if you want to stretch your leg out. Yeah, go on. Go on. You comfy?
So
yeah, that's the third thing we're going to be discussing today. The second is a piece of transfer news, which if you've looked at the thumbnail or the title, you'll know what it is already, but I'll tease it nevertheless. And the first is about Mario Balotelli. So his agent, Mino Raiola, who sounds like an evolution of Pikachu, and is starting to do my tits in because he's everywhere. I think he's holding court literally every single day. He's having like open press conferences because like there's loads of Everton news because he's Lukaku's agent as well and blah, blah, blah. Little bit of twist in the tale of Mario potentially to Turkey. I have not discussed Mario with Besiktas and have never spoken to any Turkish media about that. I said last year that they're the worst for writing lies, and that is again the case. No! Why? It gets worse as well. It's not just as bad as like, oh, I'm not spoken to Turkey. Get on this. This is how I'm going to I've got it written down on a scrap of envelope. His option is now Liverpool. And that is a great option. Fuck off. Fuck off, Mino. Do your job. Go and get him a transfer somewhere, anywhere. I don't care where. I just don't want him to be at a football club anymore. Do your job. Do your job. Stop holding press conferences. Stop spouting off to the media. Stop spouting off to some owners of some football clubs who want lazy, overrated, and let's face it, under-talented, underpriced now, unfortunately, or is it overpriced? Italian centre forwards, go and do it. Go and do your job. Go and do your job. Mino. I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I just want them gone. As we said, look, we did the Reds transfer news roundup show, which is on the redmentv.com. It was boss, discussing all the transfer news in depth and detail, as you should well know by now. And I don't wish Mario any ill harm. Or I've got no real depth of ill feeling towards him. I am joking, like, but he is. It couldn't be further from a Jurgen Klopp centre forward. Couldn't be further. If we think that Christian Benteke isn't a Jurgen Klopp centre forward, Christian Benteke is a much better Premier League striker than Mario Balotelli. There, I said it. Didn't need to be said because it's true, but I've said it nevertheless for anyone who's just any lingering doubters. Balotelli scores goals in the Premier League and doesn't quite fit because maybe he's not fast enough and he doesn't naturally have the inclination to press high up the pitch. Balotelli is not, I think he's probably, if he's lucky, he's as fast as Benteke. He is not. He's even worse at, I just need to be saying. Yeah. Anyway, the next story piece of transfer news potentially in. John Cross from the Mirror, because everyone loves John Cross, is saying that apparently Liverpool are interested in Andros Townsend. He's got £10.5 million release clause at Newcastle. What he suggests is there's the likes of West Ham and Crystal Palace are interested, but Liverpool and Man City are keeping an eye on things, and what it states is that they've got their top targets, their more expensive targets, but if those don't come off for whatever reason, then they'll take a punt on Andros Townsend. And this is one of those transfers that if this was last summer, I wouldn't be happy, and I'll be honest, when he signed for Newcastle, him and John Joe, and I said they're perfect Newcastle signings. I have a habit of doing this, which is why Mario Balotelli is probably going to stay at Liverpool as well. I have a habit of saying, slagging players off and then them ending up at Liverpool. Andy Carroll being a perfect example of that. Mario Balotelli being another. I wouldn't be bothered. We were talking about the England stuff last night and saying how, yeah, Sterling's not been in great form, but if they'd taken someone like Townsend, they'd have another option on the wing, whereas they don't have any wing options. And I don't think Andros Townsend is that good. But if you were looking at a guy to come in and offer some width and some pace, and he has got a decent shot on him as well, I'm not going to be doing cartwheels. I don't think many people will be getting Townsend in the back of the shirt, but I'm far calmer about transfer links like this with Jurgen Klopp in charge than I would be with someone like Brendan Rodgers. I just feel like it was another bit of lazy lack of scouting. But your thoughts in the comments below. Would you be interested in taking a punt? He's got about one in. Last season, I think he scored 1 in 4 which is a decent little return. I think he could do. I think he's got more in his locker than that. He's only 24 as well. There's still some good years ahead of him. £10.5 million is a decent option when you consider he wouldn't be getting Coutinho, Lallana or Firmino's place, but he would be a decent backup alongside the likes of Ojo and Ibe, I think. Your thoughts anyway. The last one I want to ask you, we'll use polls because we don't do it enough, by clicking the eye in the corner of the screen. Who do you think was Liverpool's best player on show in Group B last night? Obviously, Joe Allen performed really well for the Welsh. People saying that he was a potential man of the match candidate. I don't know if he actually was or not. Martin Scale playing centre back for Slovakia, clean sheet. And then there was the 4 Liverpool lads on display for England as well. Nathaniel Clyne, Jordan Henderson, Adam Lallana and Daniel Sturridge. So let us know your thoughts by clicking in the poll. For me, it was Nathaniel Clyne. Thought he was absolutely outstanding. But I've seen some people saying that Henderson and Sturridge weren't good. I thought they were. I mean, obviously Sturridge doesn't score and there's and Henderson misplaces a couple of passes late on. But for the vast majority, for like 60-odd minutes of the game, I thought they were amongst England's best players. But then that's just my opinion. What is yours? Vote and leave your opinions in the comments below. Check out the Red News Transfer Roundup show. Yeah, on redmentv.com, completely free for a month. It's Boss. We get a chance to discuss these things in far more depth and detail every week throughout the summer. Go and subscribe. Now.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah. The Echo understands Townsend is not on Klopp's list of summer targets. Liverpool not interested. James Pearce, Echo, Indy Kyler, Andros Townsend to LFC. No. There you go. Hope you enjoyed today's news show. Subscribe. Watch the show on the redmentv.com. Pricks.